Warning, this video is intended for persons 13 years and over. Though the video's subject matter is media often aimed at children, it is talked about from an adult perspective. Thus it may contain language and themes unsuitable for younger audiences. What up, snitches? I'm the Animaniac, and today on this journey of reviewing every mainline Disney animated movie, we stop at the year Japan bombed Hawaii for the tale of an elephant tragically named Dumbo. Directed by Ben Sharpstein and based on a children's book by Helen Aberson Mayer, Harold Pearl, and Helen Durney, it's about a baby elephant who gets laughed at and shunned for his massive ears, but finds a friend who helps him discover a talent that'll put those bullies in their place. The head of merchandise licensing, Kay Kamen, showed Walt Disney a roller book including this story in 1939. He saw the potential for there to be a heartwarming story and bought the rights. Dumbo was, at that point, the cheapest film Disney has ever produced, with World War II cutting off access to overseas markets, making masterpieces like Pinocchio and Fantasia financial failures. The studio needed a cheaply produced hit, and it looked like it worked as it raked in $1.3 million against a $950,000 budget. I tell you what the lifetime gross is after inflation of the original run and the reissues from 1949 to 1976, but I couldn't find the numbers anywhere. But like the movies I've seen for this marathon so far, Dumbo was also praised by critics at the time of its release by outlets like Variety, the New York Times, and Time magazine. And to this day, critics are still praising it, with Leonard Maltin calling it one of his favorite Disney movies. The year following its release, it was nominated for 2 Oscars, Best Original Score and Best Original Song for Baby Mine. It won Best Original Score, and it currently holds a Rotten Tomatoes critical score of 98%. Now, because the studio was struggling financially, they went with an artistically unambitious style for the film, using watercolor backgrounds much like the ones used in the cartoons they were producing. The one time the film does get visually ambitious is, you guessed it, with the pink elephants on parade sequence, when Dumbo and his mouse friend drink water laced with champagne from the clowns celebrating another good show. While I did feel bad for Dumbo during that sequence, it was funny to see them fail to put out that burning building. Now, with the movie being an hour long, now with all that out of the way, let's talk about the stuff that didn't age well. The racist garbage. Starting with the obvious ones, the crows. Some people have claimed that these jive-talking crows, whose mannerisms were based off the chatter of jazz musicians like Cab Calloway and Louis Armstrong, are racist depictions of African Americans. Others have rejected such claims, with John Grant asking, is it somehow alright to caricature whites but not blacks? That surely is some very deep racism, far deeper than anything in the friendly portrayal of the crows. Going on to further say that, like the film's title character, they too are outsiders. Now, how do I feel about this part of the film? Well, I'm on the side of the people who reject the claim that the crows are racist. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but I did find something that made me tug at my collar, finally. It was the Song of the Roustabout sequence, where the elephants help some men put up circus tents. I didn't really pay that much attention to it, and because I couldn't hear what they were singing over the storm they were working through. That was until I saw a video by Lindsay Ellis where she talks about how Disney are trying to be progressive with their films. In one section of the video, she points to the song's lyrical content, with lines like, "We work all day, we work all night, we never learned to read or write, and we don't know when we get our pay, and when we do, we throw our pay away," and finally, "Grab that rope, you hairy ape." Yikes. Also, on a side note, the middle lyric isn't shown in the Lindsay Ellis video. I just picked that up when I looked up a lyric video for this song. Honestly, by itself, it's a decent song about doing a job where you get paid peanuts, pardon the pun, in a joyous tone, giving the song a sarcastic feel, if that makes sense. But when it's put to the images of black people working in the rain, the occasionally racist lines do make it worthy of harder collar tucks than it already has. Despite what few elements that age poorly, Dumbo was a gay old time. given the limitations it had. Guys, what are your thoughts on this mostly cute little movie? Especially if it's the unsavory parts. Comment below. If you guys want to stay updated on future videos and see some cool artwork, be sure to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and DeviantArt, and be sure to subscribe to my backup channel over on BitChute. The links are in the description. And if you want to be the first to know when a new video will be up, ring that bell after you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.